3XTECH. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been quite a while since I posted an update. It's been almost a week. Had some personal family matters come up, recent death in the family, so I've been kind of away for a while. Haven't been able to do a lot of work with 3XTECH, but I wanted to come on today because I wanted to debut the Excalibur Demon Slayer. What you're looking at is an early semi-complete version of the Excalibur Demon Slayer. It's not totally complete yet. The control deck hasn't been done. It hasn't been wrapped, or the marquee hasn't been done. It's probably about 60-65% of the way done. It has more work to be done. This is a prototype version, but I'm gonna have this done very quick. But I wanted to debut this before the end of the year because it's something that a goal I set, and with everything that's been happening outside of working with 3XTECH, wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be able to get this done this week to be able to properly debut it. So I wanted to debut it now. So anyway, what you're looking at is a 40-inch version Slayer. So the interesting thing about this model is that compared to the Dragon Slayer, the Demon Slayer here is going to be available in a 40-inch and a 43-inch. Now, the 40-inch version, the differences between the Dragon Slayer and the Demon Slayer is going to be about 4 main differences. I would say 5 main differences. One of the main differences is this will only be available in a 40 and a 43-inch. Number 2, it will only be available with a lower brand television. It'll be a more entry-level screen. So it's going to be Sansui, Insignia, or one of those brands, Element. It'll be a lower tier TV below TCL. Still capable, it just won't be a more upper tier brand television. So it'll be a cheaper display. It's going to have, it's still going to be PC powered. So I want to make sure I'm clear with that. It will be PC powered. The PC will be slightly less powerful than what comes in the stock Dragon Slayer. So the base model will still have a 512 image, but there will be slightly less games on it. Some of the more demanding games, 3D main games like NFL Blitz, San Francisco Rush, Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 3, Radiant Silver Gun, Groove on Fight, games of that ilk that utilize 3D arcade hardware and run on MAME won't be on this build. Now, that said, a lot of those games like NFL Blitz, the Hydro Thunders, those games are on the Dreamcast, in the Dreamcast section of this build, and they work great. So you're going to be missing some. There'll also be a few other Saturn games, a few N64 games. I'm still getting that finalized that won't make this particular build. They exceed the power of the PC that's being used in the Demon Slayer versus the Dragon Slayer. And this is all to cut costs. So, and the cost is going to be the main thing that's going to be so enticing about this. This model, this 40-inch model, is going to start at $1099. That's right, just $1,100. So what you'll get for that, that'll be a stripper version. It's going to be a 40-inch display, 2-player. And it still needs to be optioned up. The options are going to be the same price that the Dragon Slayer options are. So trackball will be extra. The wrap will, of course, be extra. 4-player will be extra. And that one, I mean, those options will be, those options will be the exact same price as the Dragon Slayer as they will be for the Demon Slayer. So it's still a very, very capable machine. Also, in comparison with the Dragon Slayer, since that has the more powerful PC, that particular PC will be able to upscale the N64 and the Saturn category, so they'll appear at a higher resolution on the more powerful Dragon Slayer platform. So you won't get that on this platform either. So other than that, there won't be many games missing between the two. It'll be likely a handful of games, a few from each section of Dreamcast, N64, and Saturn, and the 3D arcade main games will be missing. That's primarily what will be missing, so not very much. Like I mentioned, some of those are going to be duplicates for other areas, like Dreamcast, which will have a lot of those 3D games, and PlayStation 1 will have the Rival Schools and the Tekken 3s and stuff like that. So you'll still have access to those games by going with the Slayer. But again, the Demon Slayer, $10.99 for the 40-inch, and it's going to be a 43-inch model. That's going to be, the 43-inch model is going to be $12.49. Now, these displays in the 43-inch and the 40-inch will only be 1080p displays. There will be lower quality 1080p displays. They won't be 4K TCL or Hisense displays. So you're looking at Insignia, Sansui, or probably Element is probably the displays I'm going to be going. I think personally the Insignia might be the best. I'm still doing some experimenting. I got an Insignia in here now that I'm going to be building the 43-inch with, and I'll be doing a big proper debut of the 43 and the 40. I just don't know if I'll be able to get that done this week. I have a little time off, but it may have to be sometime in the next coming weeks because just a lot of personal things coming up. So that said, this model will come also available with a stereo. It's a slightly scaled down stereo from the Dragon Slayer, so the receiver's gonna be smaller. The speakers won't have the air motion tweeter either. They're gonna just have the solid dome tweeter. I've tested this setup. So far, I'm still impressed with it. It sounds very good. You'll of course still be able to upgrade the audio in these lower end Demon Slayer models, so that'll be an option. Adding the stereo to either model is going to up the price $150. So in the case of the 40-inch, if you want the stereo included with that, which is fantastic and I highly recommend it, that will bring the price of the 40-inch to $1250, and it'll bring the price of the 43-inch to $1,400. $13.99. So it's still a very high quality setup, sounds fantastic with music, and it's great. So again, primary differences, you're going to be getting a 1080p display instead of a 4K display, and also the PC will be slightly less powerful, and a few games will be taken off of each section of the Saturn, N64, and the MAME section. So that's going to be the primary differences between the Slayer, the Demon Slayer, and the Dragon Slayer. The Demon Slayer was built primarily to be a smaller scaled down version of the Dragon Slayer at a much more budget conscious price. So this brings the very base price down to $10.99. And if you do comparison to what a lot of other companies, even low price companies like the Arcade Guys or Arcades Are Fun, or like any of these guys are doing at 32 inches, like what we're offering here is like unheralded, because you're getting a 40-inch versus a 32-inch, which is 8 inches bigger, for virtually the same price. $150 extra adds an extremely capable sound system, a hi-fi sound system that sounds fantastic. So, hey, you have a lot of options. And then going with the 43-inch version, you get an even bigger display. You're going to see a much bigger control deck on that 43 too. The control deck is probably going to be 6 inches wider than the one on the 43, on the 40, excuse me. So it's going to be worth the upgrade of 150 to upgrade to the 43. So again, before I get out of here, I don't want to confuse also, there will still be a 43-inch Dragon Slayer available. But that model will be the same price as the 50 and the 55 because it's going to have the 4K display, which costs more, which adds cost. It's going to have the higher quality stereo, which costs more, and also it's going to have the more powerful PC, which costs more. So it won't be a budget model. So the Demon Slayer, again, 40 and 43 inches, it'll be available. It's going to start base price without a stereo, $10.99 for the 40, and it's going to be $12.49 for the 43-inch. Both are 1080p displays. 150 adds an extremely high quality stereo to the mix. This is a quick shot of the stereo. Let me, I'm going to do a debut of the stereo soon. But that's it pretty much down there. It's a much smaller unit receiver wise, and also the speakers are going to be about the same size, but again they have the dome tweeters and versus the air motion tweeters that the Dragon Slayer bass speakers have. So anyway, just wanted to stop in and give you the breakdown of the new Excalibur Demon Slayer. Amazing price, still fantastic performance. Nobody else is doing this. A PC powered arcade cabinet for around $1,000 or a little bit over $1,000 in these sizes. Like, no one else is doing this. Even if you look at the other lowest price competitors out there, they're only offering a 32-inch shallow control decks, poor controls, and no stereo or PC options. Also, yeah, I want to add too, this can still be optioned as a Platinum Armor too, and you can still add a PC to this mix. So if you want to add the PC, tablet, and notebook combination to this mix, the Platinum Armor, it's only a $350 upgrade, and it just goes up from there. The options are exactly the same as the Dragon Slayer, which is listed on my website, and they can be added to this particular cabinet in the same exact way. So, hey guys, anyway, that's it. I'll drop the prices down below. Get excited. Hey, the Excalibur Demon Slayer is coming. And hey, before I get out of here, one more big announcement is coming. Expect another emergency meeting. I don't know when I'll be able to get it done. It'll be a miracle if I get that done in addition to these done this week too. But it is going to blow the lid even off of this. The biggest, baddest, most robust, feature-driven arcade cabinet ever is coming. The Platinum Knight is coming. Expect a breakdown of that very soon. I'm going to get that done and be debuting this. Hey, 3XTECH out, and that's it for now.